You know what the funny thing about that is?
What?
The whole time you're just on the screen.
I still am.
You're on the whole time you're on the screen. You're on the whole time.
Well, he deserves it. He deserves it, right? He deserves it. His team.
Well,
Yeah, winners only.
That's it. All right, welcome Monday night footy from Mulligan's again. I don't know if they're online yet, but when they do get online, we'll give them a shout out. Rian's just texted me now saying he's good to go in 1 minute.
What's happening, Ray?
We're up. Yeah, so. Well, which
Fans back together. What's the crack?
I know, yeah. Contrary to what we believe. What happened to you in the week, Wiz? I heard you got spotted on the train.
Listen, there's been some shout-outs out there, you know. I think it was Tuesday coming home from, I don't know, Tuesday? Maybe it was probably Thursday. I don't know. It's been a week. It's been a week. We've been deleting some drinks this past week between St. Patty's Day and between March Madness, so you may catch me just my brain just going in all different directions. But, yeah, and we'll get to it later, Newcastle losing. So, yeah, I'm in a great state right now. So, but, yeah.
Is that why you're doing this in the dark? So no one can recognize you? Like, saving on the electricity bill?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Prices are going up, baby. So, yeah, I actually had one of our fans hit me up. He's like, yo, you're the guy from the podcast, the football one on Monday nights. I was like, hell yeah. And then I think he's been in the bar, seen it there. I think he said it hit his YouTube algorithm too. So shout out to everyone out there that is watching. Make sure to like and subscribe again. But yeah,
well said,
it's always excited to hear from the fans. So yeah, we love hearing from you and positive stuff too.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. And for
we're not scared
lads,
of negative stuff though. Like
no.
Let's just poke some bears out there, you know.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that, I would imagine, tonight. I think in one of the group chats that I'm in, I think the only person that was successful this weekend was QPR Pat. Everybody else's team in that group chat lost. But if you're in Mulligan's and you are watching us on the telly, hopefully Rian's put 50p in the meter. Take a picture, tag yourself, tag us in it as well, and we'll get it shared on the socials. And then obviously, as usual, if you've got an opinion, ping it in the comments. And usually we will try and get it going. I mean, it might get a little bit of conversation going tonight as well, because although we can recap last weekend, we haven't got a lot going on this weekend, have we? Unless you look at the internationals. Ireland have got the playoffs. Wales have got the playoffs. But for England, it's have you got an Irish top on there, mate? Is that an Irish tracky top you've got on?
This is me. Everton brought out a St. Paddy's Day bit of merch. And I was up at whatever time in the morning, half.
Is that straight off St. John's Market, that one?
Nope, off the Everton website. But I booked it. I did it at like 3 o'clock in the morning up with the baby, blah, blah, blah. And I put it in, and I was like, all right, that jacket isn't that expensive. Got the T-shirt, that's not as expensive. It was close to double, and I didn't see the posted packaging because of the posted packaging. And you've kicked off all this before, and I've been like, whatever, you're a minge bag. I think it was $67 postage.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, fucking hell.
It's ridiculous, mate. It's
two
not
tops.
worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know where you're better off going?
What's your
Straight to Dodge. Go to Dodgeland, buy something. I actually bought one of the Adidas trackies off the Adidas website here, but everything else is full Dodge. Yeah. It's mental, isn't it? It's mental with the tariffs.
Mad.
It's not getting any worse. It's not getting any better in a while.
I thought you were being all Wiganese about it, but no, you were accurate with your sensitivities. And yeah, I do want to, with the England stuff though, I want to talk with the Ireland one a little bit. I do want to talk with that squad. That squad's dicey, but I don't want to kick off with it. I want to kick off with the Prem and
did they? Well, no, we'll get to. We will go to international football because it is going to be a thing. But there's all this. So we talked before, and Wiz just mentioned it again, and we'll talk about him. Where's your man crush, Mr. Welbeck? You all right there, mate? Don't go dying on us, mate. I can't run to a Balkan to save you.
I fought to get to that mute button, man. That water went down the wrong pipe.
So, all the drinking you've been doing and your body's rejecting water.
The one drink you can't handle is a bottle of water. So we were looking at, everyone's been going on, haven't they, about the youngster for Arsenal, right? And everyone's been saying about youngest goal scorer. And then our mate, or your mate in particular, was Danny Welbeck. Puts Liverpool to the sword. Actually, funny enough, I put him in my fancy team on Thursday for this very reason, because he just knew he was going to score against us.
Did you? Because he hasn't been lighting it up recently.
Yeah, but it's
not recently.
I doubt
he
it.
scores goals. But the point is, and the reason we get to that, and I know we've said that, our quiz question for this week, and we'll throw it out now. We'll introduce it a little bit in the middle as well, but then we'll give you the answers at the end. You want to argue about it? You want to fight about it? You have an opinion about it? Chuck it in the comments. The question for this week, again, gettable, very gettable question. Name the top 5 oldest Premier League scorers. No particular order. We're not going to be that bad, are we?
No.
No particular
order. We'll give you the
order
order at the end, but
I just want to preface that my chat GBT had nothing to do with this question.
No,
yeah, this has been fact checked. So if Sal's
this
in
is
there,
whiz free.
Yeah, if Sal's in there or McKelvey's in there with the constant fact checking off these random websites that they go on, we've fact checked this, so it should be proper.
Think outside the box. There's 2 players there that I think would have stumped 90% of people.
Danny Welbeck's not one of them either, is he?
Danny isn't, no. He just sprung into our minds because he's a pensioner who's still banging them in against some mediocre back fours.
He's like Mick Jagger, a pensioner that's still banging them in. All right,
still
okay.
banging them in.
You having that? Listen to this. You ready for this one for Seamless? Staying on the South Coast, we'll talk about Bournemouth Man United last Friday, first game. Oh, yeah. You like that, don't you? Did you watch it? I watched. This is the only game I watched this weekend, by the way. So you better help me out today. Team effort.
Yeah, Friday afternoon I was deep into college basketball and beers, so you're gonna have to take this one.
I think every American kind of took themselves away from any sort of soccer.
Take quick. Do you watch the college basketball, Gary?
I enjoy it, but I'm not going out my way. Like, I know a lot of people that will go out of their way to watch it, and if I'm in the pub, I do enjoy it when it's on because it's just game after game after game, and that's what makes it fun. But
let's just say
it has to be like one of the what's the word? Like, it has to be like a perfect storm. Like, I have to be in the pub and it has to be on.
Yeah, let's just say me and my friends were putting some pretty degenerate bets in. We were betting first to 10 points in the game, first to 5 points at one point. I had one. We took a team first to 5, and the other team hit 2 threes in the first minute. I go, what? What do you mean? That was the first bet of the day. That's how we started off our Saturday.
I like it. I've got no skin in the game, so when you run around like a dickhead like I often am, there's no time carved out for it. But to your point, the perfect storm's analogy a good one. I'll watch it a little bit more as it ramps up, but I don't know who they are, I don't know team. I've got no skin in the game, But the towns are bouncing. That like Hoboken's on fire. Like early doors, every day of the week, it's cooking, and that's why Wiz looks like he's got 2 piss holes for eyes today because he's just committed to the cause. But no, I distract you then. Gary, Man United, Bournemouth, give us your take.
It was a good game, in fairness. Man United took the lead twice. Bournemouth pegged them back twice. Harry Maguire got sent off, which I don't know. Have you seen the foul?
Yeah.
Like he's minimal contact if he's even touched him at all. But Evan Nielsen sold it well, and it's another one where it's gone to VAR and they've had a look at it and it's not been overturned because it's not clear and obvious. But soft is the word. But Bournemouth, I'm telling you, Bournemouth, it's I had them. I was thinking about them as maybe nicking something off United there on Friday, but they just couldn't. They pushed them a little bit. But United, they're rolling now. He's not. Is
he getting enough credit for the Bournemouth manager? I know people rate him. He is literally getting his top players fleeced every 3 months. Literally every 3 months. And then he's still churning out results. And he'll have a dip where he changes the system or gets new lads bedded in. But how is he still keeping that team up?
I think he just has a buy-in, doesn't he? He's probably got a method. He's probably got a method and he probably backs himself, and it's proven because it's happened over the last couple of years. But I think everybody in that club knows what's expected. So I don't think there's that much of a drop-off. All right, the quality of players might fluctuate a little bit, but you know what? What's to say that they brought the lad Ryan in, or Ryan, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. They brought him in. What's to say he's not like Semenyo in 2 years, but he fits the bill. It's like when Brighton were churning out these players over and over again. Same thing. It seems to be the same sort of model, and he seems to have the temperament for it. He doesn't get pissed off. He doesn't use it as an excuse. He just carries on. It's like, all right, he's gone. The club's got another 40 million quid or whatever it is, and then, we'll go and look for the next person. And it's
Do you reckon it's him, or it's like Bournemouth, Brentford, and Brighton seem to have the idea now is it the club or is it the coach? That's like bringing these players in, keeping the consistency, and when they're getting absolutely pillaged, they're still maintaining a decent performance in the Premier League. I think I don't know what the Brighton fella. I think it's more the club. With Bournemouth, I think it's him. I think it's him more than the club who's controlling it all, and how no one's nicked him now with Chelsea and Tottenham and people chaining through managers like it's like the M&Ms.
If you're him though,
would you go near them? Nah.
I wouldn't. I mean, the thing is, if you're looking at Chelsea now and Tottenham, what they've done to the last couple of managers there, like Graham Potter just got chewed up and spat out. I mean, this new the new lad now, he can't be there much longer. Just on, I
think when you look at those three teams, like one thing that stands out to me that's common is like it has to be their recruitment, because they are doing a great job of finding these gems out of South America. You look at Brighton when they had Caicedo, they had McAllister as well, both from South America. You look at Brentford, they got this guy Thiago who's just banging in goals every single week. He gets his first call up to Brazil as well. What a find there. Ryan, you just mentioned, he's Brazilian as well. So they must
Is
have
Thiago Youngwiz? Is he a kid? Or I know his hairline's written back. No. Just make it a bad person. But is it?
No, I mean he is like for a striker. I mean he's only 24 years old. Like that's
fucking hell.
That's great. I mean they're gonna be able to sell him at some point too. But
Looks
that's one
he's
thing.
got
When you
9
look at
kids.
these teams, they've just done a great job of recruiting South America and bringing these guys in. They're just great. The quality of the players is just so much talent.
I'm going to do a massive name drop here for you because I know you like that.
Boss. I love that.
I know. So a couple of years ago, I went to like I don't know what you call them, like symposium or convention or whatever it was, small group of people. And that Paul Barber was there. Now, Paul Barber's the CEO of Brighton. And I asked him a question, like there was a room, I don't know, 100 people in a room. And I was like, I'll ask him a question here and see what he says. And the question was like, can you talk about your recruiting, your scouting network? And he said, honestly, he goes, we don't really have a massive scouting network. Because now the world is so small with, you've got things like Y Scout and all the stuff, you can watch stuff online. They basically have parameters of players that they want, and they basically go on these video websites and look up the analytics of all the games. So then what they'll do is they'll have like, based on the analytics that they want, they'll have 10 players on a list, and they'll narrow it down to 3 players, and then they'll go to manager with 3 players and go, right, who do you want? Based on character traits and things like that. And that's
like
what
a Moneyball scenario. Like
kind of. Well, it's like Tony Bloom. Like Tony Bloom's
He's
obviously
a gambler,
there.
right? Former
He's
gambler.
gone to Hearts. He's gone to Hearts in the Scottish League. There's no coincidence why Hearts are flying this season. I know they've got a good coach and they've got a good core of players in there anyway. But there's no coincidence as to why Hearts are doing what they're doing this year. They have this mentality of this is what we're going to do, and they stick to it. And I think you look at Brentford. Brentford have always had that when I think his name was Mark Warburton was there. He had that Moneyball mentality years before they even got in the Prem.
Yeah.
He went to Rangers on the back of that, but he was the same thing. And I think Bournemouth, I think Brentford and Brighton are more aligned that way than Bournemouth are. To your point, mate, I think he is just got a hold of the club. And I don't know if we were talking about this the other day, like, is there a place in football for someone to manage a club? And instead of these sporting directors and head coaches, which seems to be the way to go now. And all I see it is, like, and I'm going to sound hypocritical here, it's lads who weren't good enough to be a footy manager and lads enough who weren't good enough to play footy are going in. Educated fellas who probably know analytics and everything else are going in a step above, and they're calling the shots, and then they're bringing these head coaches in. It's happening at Liverpool. Guaranteed.
Well, it's big in American sports.
And
like
if you look at
that guy this guy's the decision maker with everything. and it rolls up to him. And that's the model that they've had here. You have some where you have these legacy coaches, but even in the NFL now, it's kind of phasing out a little bit. You see guys like Belichick, they're retiring out. It is this system where it is a lot of analytics, and it's one decision maker at all of these, NFL teams, NBA as well. I think it is that type of model. And not only did he do that with Hearts, too, but I was just reading before, but he brought a Belgian club up from the second division, and now they've qualified for the Champions League. So
USG.
He's done this in multiple countries with multiple teams.
That's not a coincidence, is it?
No.
And
Three teams.
Yeah. And with these head coaches, the problem you have with these head coaches and these sporting directors will identify players and bring them in. But you have to have the right coach for it as well. Like and everything I said to you then about like identifying 10 players, they do the same thing with coaches. So Brighton will have a short list already of 3 coaches that they know straight away, because it happens all the time. Whenever Brighton's coach leaves, it's not a long time before the next guy comes in.
No.
They've already identified him. They know.
Yeah.
They'll never tell you, but like at Brighton, they know 3 names off the list. If the guy moves on or he goes somewhere else, they'll go straight in on someone off that list, and then they'll get the next one in.
Isn't it more mad that all these like $1 million, $1 billion clubs don't work off that system? And then you see, like, remember Everton's recruitment for a manager not too long ago? We were basically like cap in hand. Do you want to go? Do you want to go? And it was like, no. I'm like, how do you not have it? Right, we all settle for a little bit. Let's keep an eye out for who might be available and who we like. But so many clubs just seem to like shit the bed and go to the bargain aisle. And then it's like, did Spurs have Tudor backed up and ready in case it didn't work with Thomas Frank? I don't think so. I don't know, obviously, but it's mad. And you talk about the manager versus sporting director. I think it depends. But if you look at 2 clubs that were struggling and are doing better, and I'm not just saying it because one of them's Everton, but Everton and Aston Villa, they've got 2 managers, and they're not getting told who to buy. Like Moyes and Emery, they're going to be like, no, I'm all right, thanks. Or they'll put their foot down. Their reputation is more important to the club, I think, than the other way around. So I think there is a space for it. I think it's still seen as old school, but it's being deemed as effective. So, yeah, I think there's too much, too many different structures coming in for the sake of structure, where just get someone in who fits the chemistry right now, depending on what your club needs.
Well, look at Carrick at United. And people will go...
Unbelievable.
People will go, he's an interim, and this, that, and the other. But how many times have you seen interims absolutely shite it?
Yeah. And everyone gets a boost, right? Everyone's had a little boost every now and again. But this isn't the boost. And the way the players are talking about
Except for Spurs.
Bless.
But that's it, though, isn't it? Though even the same, like Ryan Mason went into Spurs once, and they didn't get a boost. Like Michael Carrick has, and listen, I know he's probably got Ferguson helping him out in the background, maybe speculating on that one. But that's what I mean. But like he's got the players are all over him. Look at players like Casemiro. He was done, scrap heap, done, and now all of a sudden he's like.
It's that stuff that's more impressive.
I think
the fact that lads that were done are like
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire. Like Harry Maguire was not getting a sniff, all that stuff.
Kobe Mainoo wasn't even playing.
That's
the thing though as well.
Still mental.
What are United doing? I'd love to. I mean, if anyone listens, Mulligans now listening to this? What are United doing differently than they weren't doing before? Is it formation? Is it personnel? Is it just general warmth?
Formation. Fernandez is in more of attacking role where he's controlling all of their.
Well, the formation dictates the personnel a little bit, so the formations forced them to play. Forced them. I'd say a bit of both, but the formation to me, as soon as he's gone back 4-4-2, they just look like a different team. Is it 4-4-2? Is it 4-5-1?
Depends.
Just the back four. Just the back four in general just helps, doesn't it? I think there's a place for both, but like you look what's happening at Liverpool and it's not working. Like when it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And bang on about us because we're the second game. We got beat 2-1 at Brighton this week. We've conceded more goals in the 90th minute and beyond of any team or any Liverpool team since Roy Hodgson was the manager, right? Which says a lot because we were shite then as well. That was 10-11. And the stat came out today that, like, based on running data, last 2 seasons, Liverpool have been near the bottom of the league when it comes to the amount of ground covered. Because again, he's just not driving and not driving the standards, or the emphasis isn't on the running. There's no intensity. And I'm not saying bring, like someone, I heard someone the other day say bring Pep Linders back. Let me tell you, from someone who knows a bit, Pep Linders is not the answer to that. Like, bring him till the end of the season. It's not going to work. But it's just, players aren't, I just don't think players are having him. And I don't think anyone's ever going to say it, but I'm not having that he has control of that changing room. Not having it.
It's not injuries anymore, is it? It's not bedding in. It's just not working. Yeah, and that whole, you look at yous, and there was a time when you were terrified to play against Liverpool, and there's a little bit of excuses, like Salah's just fell off a cliff. Kanate's getting targeted left, right, and centre. You've lost Trent. There's like losing Diaz as well. People don't talk about that enough. Like, he is a highlight reel in the Bundesliga, and he left kind of under the radar, and then Jota.
You can talk about all, yeah, exactly, and even listen. All right, a player.
They're big players though. They're big things happening,
yeah,
and they're big. Like your best player going turning 33. You're the best player turning 33. You're losing a lad, in a tragic circumstance due to.
But he's your most impactful sub.
Yeah.
And he presses too. That was the one thing I saw. They were talking about on the other Monday Night Football. But they literally were talking about Diaz, Nunez, Jota, the amount of pressures they would cause during a game. And you see the guys out there, Ekitike, Wirtz, they're not running.
We don't do that. Running. It's not what Liverpool do now. But again, you know what? We go a goal down. We score. I mean, to be fair to Kirkes, it's a good goal. He's carried on his run. It's a good finish.
Sneaky.
But then, you know what? You just know it's coming. You know it's coming. Like, I'm sat in a classroom on Saturday for me sins, and I get the thought. I've got you. Well, no, I'm actually trying to better myself. But like but like I get in the text message off you toads, like, and I'm just fuming anyway because I'm sat in this class for 5 hours, and then you lot are going. But it's just you're waiting for it. And you just wait to go on like FootMob, and you go, yeah, it's 2-1. Fuck's sake, all right, nice one.
That's a big shift, isn't it? That's a big shift in expectations for that club. Like you're saying as a fan, that you're expecting it. You're not the only one to feel that way. There's no fear factor with Liverpool anymore. It's just.
And I don't think it's a matter of time before he's gone. I think they would have liked to have limped to the end of the season, but.
You don't think you'll see the season out?
Well, I mean, he probably will, but I'll tell you what, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they just pulled the plug and said sack it and just get someone else in for 3 or 4 games.
Speaking of, put you on the spot. Can you chuck a poll up, Gary?
Oh, a poll.
Can you chuck a poll up?
Does he last the end of the season?
Yeah. Because that's someone said that to me the other day, but he's a more fiery character, Mr. Wiley. And Tom said, get him out now and get Alonso in to bed the players in when the season's just like.
I don't know if that's the answer either, though. I just think that they just need. He's not the answer, and they have to do it proper.
So speaking of limping, though, Ekitike went down with a knock, right? I think he walked off in tears, but then I saw today he was with France.
Well, it's different. It's weird, isn't it? Like that might just be a little knock. Whereas Salah seems to have, he's properly injured. He's staying home. He's not going to Egypt, and Alisson's not going to Brazil. Yeah. So. It might just be that he wants to go and play. I mean, he's young as well still, so he might be able to respond to it a little bit more. Are France playing for anything? No. So he might just want to get out. I mean, to be fair, he might just want to get out of town for a bit.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's face it, they can't go to Dubai now, can they? Let's be honest.
No, Newcastle cancelled their trip to Dubai.
They should have cancelled. Yeah. They should be sat at home eating beans on toast after that performance at the weekend.
Do we want to talk about it? Actually, no. We gotta go.
We're gonna transition. No. That's a nice little segue into you. Let's get all the negativity out the way, and then just all the praise will be on me, and it's just the way I like it. Fix the hair, warm up, stretch, take a bit of water, and go into it.
Yeah, I mean,
Gordon jinxed you.
Did both of you guys get to watch it at all, or not at all? I mean, from what it's almost like I watch this. It's like Groundhog's Day. I watch the same thing every game. First 20 minutes, we are just pressing them like crazy. We, nick a goal in the 10th minute there by our press. I mean, shocking play, but by their center back there. But it's like we're playing Sunderland. Sunderland's got a goalie who's making his third ever Premier League start. They have a center back who's making his second ever Premier League start. And we can only come up with 1 goal against a team like that. And that's embarrassing. And it's one of those things where you watch it in the first 20 minutes, yeah, we're doing our thing, we're creating chances, but you just know if we don't get that second goal, it's just going to creep in at some point. And we get to halftime up 1-0, and I don't know if Eddie Howe gave him the NyQuil that he gave him in Barcelona where they gave him 5 goals in the second half there. It's like they come out like they're sleepwalking. And Sunderland gets right on them, scores in the 55th minute, and everyone in the crowd just shits their pants. And it's just, everyone is just, nope, we've seen this before. We know how this is going to end. And it's just exactly what we expected. Brobby, their center forward, bodied Dan Burn and Sven Botman the entire game. Sven Botman actually left with a facial fracture in that game. That's pretty crazy. So then they bring in Malik Diaw. And then the defense, the back four was just shocking on that last goal. I don't know what Tino Livramento was thinking there, just leaving Brobby wide open. But 90th minute goal, just so demoralizing. Sunderland get the double against Newcastle this year, and it's just like there's nothing to look forward to. I mean, we're in 12th in the league. We are out of both cups, and we're out of the Champions League. We've got Manchester United saying they're already talking personal details with Bruno Guimaraes. They've got Arsenal talking about Sandro Tonali. They've got Anthony Gordon talking about going wherever. It's like these guys with no European football, they're all going to start getting poached. And you see it with the other clubs, and it's going to happen in Newcastle. And that's just the reality of the situation. And, we absolutely fumbled the summer transfer window. You bring in guys like Ilanga, you bring guys like Voltemata. Eddie Howe's got Voltemata playing, midfield. This guy's a starting striker for Germany. And it's like you heard the German coach, he came out and he goes, well, we never play him 30 yards away from, the goal. And he's not a midfield player. And guys are just running right past him. And, we had no energy in that second half. They were weak out there. They just got bodied by them. And it's just depressing. And you know what? Sunderland deserved to win that game. And, listen, they're having the season of their lives. They're fans. They deserve it. But what an awful, awful performance by Newcastle. So depressing. You come off of that 7-2 loss at Barcelona, and you think, okay, we go win a derby game. That's 3 wins in the league in a row. Momentum's going where you're not that far off from the top 5, top 6. And it's just, nope, sorry. But you know what's nice? We get 3 weeks away from that team. So, rant over.
That is a nice thing. You know what's funny, though? And we've been saying this all season, is that if you could still put a run together, I honestly think European places are going to go down to 8th or 9th this year. Because you figure the champion, or at least 8th. At least 8th, because you figure Champions League for the top 5, and then Europa League place because of the League Cup.
Yeah.
Because those two are going to get in the Champions League. So there's another Europa League place goes down.
Also, if Aston Villa wins the Europa League, they'll be in the Champions League.
And I think they've got a genuine chance of doing that.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, and right now, yeah, exactly. Right now they're 4th. But if they win it and they finish 4th, it doesn't matter. If Villa finish 6th and win it, then technically 6 teams will go in.
It's crazy because, like, Villa's, they played great against West Ham, but they haven't been looking great. But it's like Chelsea, Liverpool. It's like, does any of these teams even want this? It's
the amount of times that there's been missed opportunities across the board this year. And last week, if Liverpool, was it last week when we got beat by someone again?
Usually.
Wolves, maybe. There was a game where, what was the game? Can't remember what it was. But we would have, if we'd have won, we'd have gone 3rd. We'd have gone 4th, and we'd have been clear of Villa.
Was it Forest?
Was it when you drew against Spurs?
No,
that was it.
It was the Spurs game, yeah.
Yeah.
So when we drew against Spurs, if we'd have got that, we'd have been. That's all right. I mean, listen, at this point, PTSD that's going to kick in at the end of the season. But like at this point, we'd have been 3rd. Now we are 5 points off Villa. And Chelsea, if you're a Chelsea fan, you're kicking yourself as well because they've shat it. But like my point is, Newcastle are only 4 points off 8th. So if Newcastle could just put a run together, I'm telling you, Bournemouth all the way down. You've nobody.
We got Crystal Palace and Bournemouth, I think, coming back.
I say the only teams, Palace have got a game in hand. If they win their game in hand, they go to 42. I don't think anybody in this league is done. I don't think anyone in this league, even after 31 games, is done yet. Like, like usually you have like the mid-table teams now, they're
Yeah,
halfway on the
yeah.
beach, they're halfway on the golf course. I don't think there is. Like, because you've got 13th and up have got a chance. If they can just put a run of games together, they can get themselves into Europe. Leeds have to keep winning because they've got to try and get to 40 points. Farker came out and said that the other day. He said they've got 8 games to get 8 points. And I genuinely agree with him. And then you've got the race for relegation, because that's what it's turned into. You talk about missed opportunities. West Ham, all right, an away game at Villa's a tough one, but Jesus, Tottenham, like, you can't lose 3-0 in a relegation 6-pointer. Because if they'd have won, it really would have been. If they'd have won, they'd have gone to 33.
Did you watch that?
No, I was working
100%
Sunday.
on the manager.
Is it?
100% on the manager. Like, the fans tried. There was so much like footage of them doing the flares and doing like non-Tottenham things. They put the cups of tea down, they leave the prawn sandwiches, and they're actually like getting out there and behind the team. And it sounded unreal. Even before the game, all the commentators I was watching on Sky, they were like, "This stadium, we haven't heard like this for ages." And they came out the gates flying. That Tell looked dangerous. That he was gunning for them on the left, and he was ripping shreds out of the right back. Who's the right back there? Not Bromby.
Spence?
No, for Forest. Sorry, I've got him in my head.
Ola Aina. I think this is the He's
Don't
good
say
though.
that twice. Usually, but he literally put him on his ass at one point.
Yeah.
Literally, like in basketball, he like put him on his ass, and so they were flying, and there was chance after chance. Richarlison set one across the box.
Richarlison missed so many headers.
Yeah, but he looked like they were getting opportunities.
Yeah.
Then he takes off Van de Ven and Spence and changes the system to a back 3, and they just looked like. I think that the change in their intensity and buy-in from the players was so immediate and so drastic. I think they just said, fuck him. If he does this, we're out. And then he just kept making change after change after change. That Archie Gray in the midfield, to start off with, looked unbelievable. The way he was spraying it around midfield. He looked class. And the engine on him, he was literally everywhere. It was funny to see. He was like putting pressure on the back 4. Then he was getting the ball from his centre half back. And they looked different. And Forest just, I don't know. I think there was a certain point where you looked at their back 3 and they were so disjointed and there was so much space in between them that I don't think Forest even played that well. And Joe's going to, get all sassy about it. That's all right.
It's a big win for them, though. Big win.
Massive. And the momentum you can get from that going away to Tottenham, the fans, the way they're going to talk about themselves in the media and on their own social platforms, all that stuff. That's the shit that is just oxygen right now. You need those things. But Tottenham, I 100% put it down to the manager. 100%. It was insane changes.
Talk about games coming up as well. Spurs have got Sunderland away, Brighton at home, Wolves away, Villa away, Leeds at home, Chelsea away.
And Wolves away has been one of the toughest places to play.
Then they got the last game of the season.
Yeah, that's not friendly.
West Ham have got Leeds at home, Wolves at home, Palace away, Everton at home, Brentford away. They got Arsenal, Newcastle, and then they've got Leeds. But
there's no easy games, is there?
No, there's not. That's the thing. Like, you can talk about it, can't we? You can talk about it all we want, but there's no easy games.
Especially when the pressure starts mounting too.
Yeah.
So
I think they're done now. I think they're done.
Who?
Tottenham. There's no. I can't. Yeah. I just can't see where that any life is coming from that squad. That starting 11 was really, really good. Like, good players, and they were playing good football. But if they stick with him, the only way they can get out of this, I think, if they have the balls to switch him out.
I don't know. Yeah, I listened to Danny Murphy today talking about it, and obviously Danny Murphy played for Spurs, and he's like, in my head, I can't see them going just because of the club and the players and everything else. But if you look at the product on the pitch, you're like,
that's it.
What is going on? Like, they haven't won. The last time they won was this. I'm sure it's December the 28th. They won. They haven't won
this year.
Yeah. They haven't won since December the 28th, and even then I think it was a 1-0. But who goes? Who goes now? International break, 7 games left. Who goes? Forest, Tottenham, or West Ham?
I think Tottenham. If they don't make a change, Tottenham.
I think Tottenham.
If they make a change, West Ham. I think Forest are starting to. You look at Forest's team, and they've got such a good spine. Like,
Anderson's been awesome. Gibbs White's been playing well.
Yeah.
They've got that
Europe
Igor
still.
Thiago, who's been, getting some goals too.
Yeah.
Are they going to push in Europe? They got Porto in the next round in Europe.
I don't.
Is that going to take their mind off it?
I hope not. Right? I can't. If they've got any sense, they just let that die. Right? But they look more solid than Tottenham from like they've got a good keeper. The two centre halves are good. The same two centre halves that got them to like fourth and third last year. It seems a lot more stable of a starting 11 than when previous managers were chopping and changing all the time. It looks like the Forest lineup, not the performance of last year. And Chris Wood's got a goal in the reserves, so they might have him for the last 6 games. He's been out since October, so getting him back will be, which is a mad thing to say. His season's dependent on fucking Chris Wood. Said that 3 years ago, you would have laughed. But yeah, I think they'll be all right. But Spurs, bad.
Yeah,
Who'd you switch him out for though? Do you Allardyce it? Do you Pardew it? Bit of Pulis?
7 games though. Like, what's someone going to do with 7 games?
Just don't be
anyone. Just anyone but him.
But listen, you've got, how long they got? 2 weeks, 3 weeks? When's the next game? Let's have a look. Next game.
Yeah, how many games is Caracas? How many games is Caracas?
He's had what, 10? 9, 10?
Right. Imagine if someone came in and did 50% of that.
Maybe, but Carrick's Man United, played there, knows it, was a winner there.
Yeah.
Who are they going to get? Harry Redknapp?
Tim Sherwood. I would get Harry Redknapp. Harry Redknapp would keep them up. And then the movie come out, we'd all watch it.
Oh, the documentary would be...
Jamie Redknapp there on the bench. But yeah.
They'd have him taking off his suit at the horse race.
It might look a lot different, mate. In a couple of weeks, we might be having a different conversation about, right, okay, what can this new manager do in 7 games? Like, just don't lose. Like, that's it. Don't fucking lose. Like, they've got to go to Sunderland. And, they've got to try and get something out of that on the 12th of April. Just go there and don't lose.
Just don't be shit.
Just get a point. If they get 7... This is the mad thing. If they get 7 points to stay up by the skin of the teeth. 7 draws. Or 5 draws and a win and a loss. There you go. Something like that.
School, maths.
But it's true. It's actually 8 points that. But still, like it's that's the sort of thing, isn't it? It just needs to be something. But yeah, who knows what the hell's going to change? All right, listen. Fulham Burnley 3-1.
Yeah,
Harry
Burnley.
Wilson. Right? Are you convinced that Harry Wilson is going to sign a contract?
I think if Silver stays, he stays.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
All right.
I think for some of these guys, like, they want to get the playing time, and if he goes to a really big club, like, he's gonna, like,
where's he gonna go?
He's gonna be battling for spots. If he goes to Liverpool, he's gonna be battling guys there. If he goes to Manchester United, even I don't even know where he'd go. That would be. He's not
gonna play. He's not gonna play. He's at a really solid club, and it's okay to just be the best player at your level.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see him, doing a job. And the lad has been around for a while and hasn't had this run. I think it's, don't drink your own Kool-Aid and just enjoy, be a legend at this club where you're playing really well and the manager backs you.
And also, you wouldn't want to go to another club at the moment, would you? Because Chelsea seem like they're up the wall. Spurs are an obvious nightmare. Liverpool, who knows what's going on? And would he even want to go back to Liverpool?
Yeah.
Like, you could see him at an Everton, but does he really want to go to Everton? I don't know.
Would he get into the starting 11? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good question, though, isn't it, really? If you've got the wing. Well, no, it's true, though, isn't it, really?
Our right wing situation's a shit show, so.
He'd be great in Newcastle. Listen, I'd love to have him, but I'm also conscious of the price tag and all that shit. But, like, he's at a really good Premier League club with a really good Premier League manager, and you're playing out your skin, and everyone loves you. If someone comes in and offers you, fuck you money, then think about it. But are you going to go to anyone who's substantially better than where you are now? Like at Everton, that much better than Fulham.
Yeah, true. Very true. Yeah, no, it's true. All right, then.
Speaking of which, we are better than? We are better than? We're
Chelsea.
Well better than fucking Chelsea.
What a game.
Go on, then.
Just brilliant. Like, I don't think I've given us enough credit. I'm not going to give us a ton of credit now either. I think Chelsea were absolutely shit, I think we've got some really good players going forward that are getting into a groove. Like Ndai, I'm not putting Beto in that category, even though the finish for his first goal was class. But got a lot of players peaking. Jimmy Garner is playing out of his skin in midfield. Dwight McNeil is playing really, really well, cutting in on the left on the right, cutting in to the left. Ndai looks brilliant, hasn't missed a beat since he's come back from AFCON. And I think he could kind of put, anyone up front at the minute, and if they've got a decent level of fitness with the supply they've got coming in from great crosses into the box and then through balls flying at you, lads that are willing to hustle like Garner, that second goal, he just literally stole the ball off a Chelsea lad that wasn't asked, ran down, laid it up. The time Beto had to have that ball at his feet and give a crap shot, but it was just hit with power. Sanchez had a nightmare again. Their keeper he's in the weeds. But yeah, they give us a ton of space in midfield. Dewsbury Hall's fantastic. I hope to God we keep him. I think if anyone's going to get nicked from us this year, it's him. I don't think Branthwaite's played enough for anyone to come sniffing around again. But he's just class. Him and Jimmy Garner playing together, just when you see players that just get each other's game, it's them lads. So yeah, the midfield is brilliant. We're playing Michael Keane at the back and keeping clean sheets. That's a reflection on the team we're playing against if they can't score. And we've got, Mickey at the back. But vibes are high, and the way I was more pleased with how people were saying the stadium was. It was like the first time they said it really was the best game in the stadium so far. The atmosphere, the way they prepped, getting some legends in, Yakubu and Cahill were in the stands. I think those things are very, orchestrated and strategic and are good for games of that nature. But yeah, huge win for us. We look like we're feeling it. Look like we're really feeling ourselves at the minute and getting lads back from AFCON and injury at the right time. And Jack Grealish, are we going to pay 34 million for him now when we've got McMessi on the right? I don't know, but yeah, everyone leave Dewsbury Hall alone and I'll be happy. I still think we need a striker. I think Beto had a good game. It was, again, good finish, sound. But him and Ndai, Dewsbury Hall and Ndai, people are starting to sniff around, and we're not a club that can kind of easily replace those calibre of players. So that's when I'd be like, Harry Wilson, all's forgiven. Come here, mate, that's boss over here. Come on. Sorry what I said on the pod.
Yeah, I know. You need a forward, don't you, though? It's screaming for a forward.
Yeah, the two lads we've got a sound, but they're just not the answer, and they don't match the quality that's behind them and the service they've got coming in. And Beto, Beto's going to give it a good game every now and then, but he was just given so much fucking space. So much space. I've never noticed, like, you rarely see a striker when the ball's played into you, and it wasn't a creative or sneaky pass. Ghana had one person to pass to, and the two centre-halves had one person to mark. Everyone knew where the ball was going, and it looked like they'd have to pass it in a way where he'd be pushed too far away from the goal to get a decent shot, and it wasn't a decent shot. But he shouldn't have got it off in the first place, but he stepped off him so much, and then the keeper had an absolute howler. Yeah,
Sanchez is a ticking time bomb out there. He had one where I thought he almost caught the ball in the goal. Like
yeah.
Like it could have been more than 3-0 there, and that
Lecky's off. Internet's off.
He's gone.
He's run the meter, wizard.
He's going to be goal from Beto right between the 5-hole, right between his legs. What's going on?
Your internet?
Oh, you got to be kidding me!
You're going to crash out again.
Am I back?
You are back.
Ish.
Am I back?
You're blurry, but you're back. Yeah. Go on. You're saying Beto's boss. What were you saying?
No, I was saying like he had some serious power on that shot, but that was a pretty Sanchez
right at him.
Save that.
Right at him.
Yeah.
And like I said, it wasn't like it was it didn't tear anyone apart. There was only one way it could go. It was only going to one player. So you had lots of time as a Premier League goalkeeper to set yourself up. But they're mad, aren't they? Like Chelsea, they're just mental.
Like, we're frustrating to watch, but they must be. But they're just. I mean, if you're a Chelsea fan or a Liverpool fan,
from the great philosopher after.
Get that nerd out of the club.
Just leave him there, mate, and just let him self-explode. We might not have any time to talk about anything else here, because we were already at 45 minutes. I'm telling you.
We're dead interesting, don't you?
We don't have
I'm
to
just
make
gonna
picks,
throw that.
though. We don't have to make picks, though.
I know we don't, but we are on a time crunch, though. But before we get to the last little bit, we're going to talk a little bit about the international teams and this, that, and the other. But the question again, no one's popped into the chat yet. Everyone's bottled it. Name the 5 oldest Premier League goal scorers. If anyone fancies chipping in.
It's too hard. That's what it is.
It obviously is too hard for people. All these self-confessed trivia experts.
Yeah.
All right.
And if you don't comment, hit us on when we post this on Monday Night Footy Pod on Instagram. Jump in the comments. Throw your answers in there.
Fire in comments. Yeah, exactly. Jump in the comments. All right. Okay. Just before we wrap up, do you want to talk about the internationals? You've got like an Irish-themed top on anyway. Like I wouldn't have known that was an Everton top, but would you? Yeah. Would you have? What are you thinking? Is there any chance here?
For Ireland? Ireland win.
Who've they got? Czechia?
Yeah, Czech Republic, yeah.
Then who?
That's it.
If they win, then what?
Oh, fuck, it's an actual thing, isn't it? Please hold.
I think they've got to
they'll win Thursday.
I think if they win, they're at home. I think if they win, they're at home in the final. But I'm not sure who they've got. Let's have a look.
Czech Republic on
Thursday. Did you see that tickets going for 116 grand?
What?
Honest to God, yeah, I saw that. Madness.
So I can't see who they've got next.
I don't know if it says it. All right, let's have a look. UEFA fixtures. Okay, yeah. So if Ireland win, they get Denmark or Macedonia at home on Tuesday.
Easy.
Denmark are good.
Yeah,
that's
but
why I said Macedonia.
I think Schmeichel's out though. Goalie. Kasper.
But they've still got like all they did. I mean, Scotland turned them over, so
Denmark are a good side.
Denmark are a good side, but you just need to win.
Game.
It's going to be hard to go to Czechia, win Czech Republic, and win a game. Yeah. But you never know, do you? It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Like I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical about this World Cup anyway. But Ireland, having Scotland in it already, because of just the money around it, and it's just it's an absolute money grab all over the place, and too many corporate people have got tickets, and it's going to be. I think it's going to be a pain in the ass. But I'm going to watch it on the telly and enjoy it.
The football.
I think it's cool that it's here. I think it's cool that it's here. I think you're right. It's outrageous, and they're cancelling good stuff. Like they cancelled the fan park and stuff like that. That's the security stuff, which is disappointing. But no, I think it's going to be class. I think Ireland have got that little vibe about them at the minute, and it's not just because of I don't want to get beaten when I get home, but they've got like a cup competition, cup belief. Like they're sold out of jerseys in Ireland. You can't get jerseys like the soccer footy jerseys. You can't get them. So they're behind them. The lads are feeling it, and they've just got that kind of FA Cup / tenacity about them. They just won't go away. And it would be brilliant. It adds to our experience if they made it. Who made it? Denmark's sound. Who made it? Ireland. Boss. Let's go.
That's it. Well, Wales the same. Wales have got someone. They've got Bosnia at home, and then if they win, they get Italy or Northern Ireland.
Harry Wilson.
Just don't ask Reece to make a prediction, otherwise he'll jinx them. God bless him.
Yeah, no, he did put in on Friday because we put it out late. He actually texted me after the results of Man United, and he said draw. So we gave it to him.
You gotta give him one thing.
But you've got to, do a bit of charity every now and again.
Yeah, fingers crossed for Ireland and Wales and all that good stuff, as they would for us. And with the England squad that was announced, he's missed out on Trent, right? He skipped him over, and there's loads of press about it. Then there's been a replacement, and he's brought Ben White. Now that to me is like. It's just for the attention alone that it'll bring. Just pick him. Don't play him. Just put him on the bench. Like everyone's like, oh, he skipped him because he doesn't like him or something's happened. And there was that stupid thing I sent you guys with this AI story that he's gone out with his missus or something.
Oh, I saw that. Yep.
But I think he's just. It's a weird move. I know Thomas Tuchel doesn't give a shit, and he's like he sticks to his guns, which I like about him. But this is an odd move. You need Ben White. You need Livramento, who's been shite recently.
Yeah, who's barely played.
Yeah,
he's been out for the last few months.
So who's starting right back for England then? He wants Reece James, who's injured, and you sneeze on him, and he gets injured again. I hope he's fit. I think he's class. But
Lewis Hall's starting at left. I'll tell you that much.
He's fucking not. Again, above Nico Riley.
I think. Oh yeah, well,
no chance.
I mean, Nico O'Reilly could also play in the midfield,
but he won't get in the midfield.
No.
So we'll play him left back. But no, I think the right back situation has gone. We had Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker, and Reece James last time, and now we've got Reece James, Livramento, and Ben fucking White. How many minutes has Ben White? How many minutes has Ben White played for Arsenal this year?
I have no idea on that one.
He did play in the FA Cup or the League Cup final.
League One, yeah. But Alex would be good if he did an international one. Alex, because his team's West Brom was so depressingly crap. He's put a lot of his focus into England.
Well,
so
we get a couple of our guys get called up. Jimmy Garner got the call up.
Yeah, class. He's not going to go. I'm not going to take him. That position's too snack. But he best not fucking take Elliot Anderson and what's the Crystal Palace lad? Wharton. You can't take them two. They're the same fucking player.
He's going to take Anderson 100%.
Yeah, Anderson I'd take all day. But it's Declan Rice and who, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so in that space you can't have too much of the same player. So I'd love Jimmy Garner to go. I think he's class. I just don't think it's too late to get a call up, but he deserves it.
Similar with Harvey Barnes too. He got the call up with the Eze injury.
Is he playing that well?
I don't know.
Does he get a call up?
Yeah, I don't know.
Listen, he's been banging in a bunch of goals. That's about it. But
he's very stacked position.
All right, I'm had enough to talk about England. I can't be bothered talking about England. International football.
Well, did we want to talk about the League Cup final? Because I thought that was pretty interesting.
I mean,
the game sound. It's more the effect on what it's going to have on if it's going to have an effect on the league.
Well,
like,
it was interesting.
Is that now going to ruffle Arteta's very ruffleable feathers?
Too far gone. I think it's done.
They've got a game in hand, though, don't they?
How many games have Arsenal lost this season?
I know Liverpool's lost 10.
All right, so if you look at it that way, right? Yeah, well, we've lost double. Listen, again. Okay, Arsenal's lost 3 games all season. They're 9 points clear. Even if they lose 3 games, they'll still be there. Like, they're not going to lose 3 games. Like, percentages alone, they're going to have an absolute meltdown for them.
I think they're going to lose. I think they're going to lose that game at City.
But even if they lose that, what does that put them at? They're still 4 points clear. 4 points clear.
That pressure, though.
Maybe.
Wait, so if they lose at City, they're only 4 points clear.
So City, there'll be 3 points. So City got a game in hand, so they'll go to 64. If they win against Arsenal, they'll go to 67, and Arsenal will be still where they are at 70. But so there'll be 3 points behind them. Which, yeah, maybe, but I just don't think so. I can't see it.
We'll see.
They set up pretty interesting though. They kind of had like a wall of like 4 players up front, and it was just in front of the midfielders, and they basically just stopped. Hey, we're gonna put this on your defenders to make these passes, and they basically blocked every pass coming into the midfield. Gabriel and Saliba just had to launch it down, and the center backs for City and O'Reilly and these guys, they're winning every single ball. And then I think I heard an interesting quote. Pep told Nico O'Reilly, he's like, "Hey, Zubimendi's gonna be marking you in the box. You're, so much taller and bigger than him. You have to win every single header in there." And what are your guys' thoughts though about both teams played their backup goalies? Now I can understand City.
They've done
Trafford's
that,
been played every single game. But if
wasn't
you're
the same with Arsenal though?
But if you're Arsenal though, you haven't been in a cup final in 5 years, 6 years, and you're going to risk the first one playing your backup goalie. Like, why would you not have Raya in there?
Yeah, I get it, but it's very common for that to happen. If you've got someone who's got you there, you tend to stick with them. It's a bit sly to pull them last minute.
I want a trophy.
America.
No, I'm serious though. And listen, that first goal, Kepa drops it and O'Reilly heads it right in. That's a mistake by the goalie.
Kepa's lost his last five finals.
It's documented as well that just winning the League Cup gives you a little bit of a boost going to the last games of the season. You've got a trophy, you know what it
Newcastle.
feels like. Yeah, and it gives you a little bit of an edge. But yeah, I don't know. But it's Man City's. They're the first name on a trophy this season. Do we want to go the answers before we bop off? Do we want to go the answers to this question? All right. So
Some people.
You've seen the answers. See if you can have a pop.
See if you can memorise what we talked about before.
Oh no. Teddy Sheringham.
Okay.
James Milner.
Okay.
Oh my God, there was some guy. I'm gonna butcher this. Was there like a Dan Wizadoo or something like that? Or
Yeah,
he could be. He could be.
Dan Wizadoo. Dan Wizadoo, also known as Dean Windass.
Dean Windass was right there. Basically
Go ahead.
the same name.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's not Danny Welbeck. I know that.
No, it's not.
Oh, come on, guys. I was not prepared for this.
All right.
Been drinking for 7 days.
I'll save you. Teddy
Oh,
Sheringham.
I should have known Thiago Silva, the beast.
James Milner, Dean Windass, Thiago Silva, and Ashley Young. It's not a bad list, that, to be fair.
Dean Windass, I would have never have got. Thiago Silva, I wouldn't have got. I think
Dan
the other three, other than Danny Wizadoo, would have had a good go. But no, you wouldn't really know those two as scorers. I'll give you that, Wiz.
That's all right, Wiz. By the time we're back next week, hopefully you've
Get some
sobered
sleep,
up.
man.
But to be fair,
Little
Get
detox.
some
little
fucking-
sleep.
yeah, bit of a detox. But then the basketball's on this weekend as well.
Yeah, UConn Sweet 16 Friday night. So
So. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, lads. All right. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys and mulligans. Cheers. We appreciate the time.
Nice
Stick
one,
us
the
on the
firm.
tellies, and we will see you next week. Don't go anywhere.
See you, lads. Peace.
Look at that little thing. I love that.
oh, that's great.
Does, doesn't it? Like in the snow. It's lovely.